Hey guys, Dr. Sean here. Welcome back to our mailbag segment. If you're new to this, and this is the first time you've seen one of these, one of the things we do, and my wife kind of gave me this idea a while back, she's like, you got to help people. You got to tell them how to take care of themselves, show them at least ways that they can be self-supportive. And so we started Mailbag. And if you go down our list of videos, you'll see a whole bunch of them that we do. Like us, share us with your friends, go on there, get it out if you can. We're trying to revolutionize healthcare. We're trying to take back healthcare. And one of the ways to do that is you get people involved. If you have a health issue, if you have a question, if you can't seem to get in to see your doctor for 6 months, check it out with us and I'll give you ideas of things that you can do. So this one comes to us from a young lady asking me, Doc, what do you think about migraine headaches and just headaches in general? So let's go through them. Headaches are a very interesting thing. We all know, right? They hurt, there's pain, that's a no-brainer. But where the headache is determines what the headache is. And that's a really good rule of thumb. Now, is it 100%? No. Is it 90%? Yes. So a 90% accuracy is not too bad. So what we're going to start with, let's look at the migraine. When you're told you have a migraine headache, in my experience, what I've seen in practice is that 1 in maybe 50 that walk in my door have a true migraine. The other 49 have a different kind of headache, and that's where the problem lies. If you're chasing a migraine headache and it's not a migraine, good luck with it. You're going to struggle and struggle and struggle. So knowing where the headache starts lets you know what you're chasing. You know, I tease about this a lot. My little son likes monster movies and things. And, we all know werewolves. We've seen the old wolf movies from the 30s and 40s and this and that. We know you use silver bullets to get a wolf, right? We know that garlic, that's the vampire thing. Well, if you're hunting a werewolf with garlic, guess what? You get in trouble. And the headaches work the same way. You have to have the right bullet for the gun for the thing that you're hunting. So let's start here. A migraine. A migraine is temporal only. Right here. One side only. If it's both sides same time, not a migraine. If it starts in the back of the head and crawls into the temple, not a migraine. If it starts in the front of the head, the sinus area, or behind the eyes and goes to the temple, not a migraine. It's a different kind of headache. Now, it doesn't mean that those can't be debilitating and painful. They are. They're all horrible. But you at least have to know what you're chasing. Because once you know what you're chasing, you can tell where it's coming from. So let's take a migraine. It's temporal in origin. It's one side only. And in traditional Chinese medicine, they'll tell you to go look to the liver. The liver tends to be sluggish, congested, maybe a fatty liver. It's not doing its job. Well, now that's digestion. So a 24-hour UA for someone that has migraines would be a really, really good tool to do. Now, adjusting, manipulation, physical therapy, muscle work, all these things can be beneficial to it. But seldom do they ever get rid of a true migraine. You almost always have to go look at that liver. If you do that and you restore normal function, migraines are cake. There's nothing to them. But now there's other types of headaches. What about the ones in the front, across the frontal head area? Or I get in behind the eye. Doc, I come in, I've got these headaches. It's always above my right eye. You know right away it's one of two things. Now we're going to rule out, obviously, pathology, and we're ruling out some kind of trauma to the head. Those are obvious. But now let's get into the everyday stuff that causes headaches. Behind the eye, above the head, sinuses. Immediately you have to look at them because they're right there. It's not, I got chronic sinus issues, I have allergies, I have all these problems. You start looking there. The next thing that most people don't assume or look for, and most doctors don't even know to, blood sugar swings, adrenal function, affects frontal headache. And I would say it is the single most common cause of a frontal headache and a headache behind the eyes. So someone walks in, oh, my eyes are on fire today, I've got this headache, it's right here, and their sinuses are clear and open. I'm checking blood sugar. I know that that's involved. You clear that neurologically and bang, the headache stops. How about those headaches on the crown of the head, on top up in here? Start thinking reproduction. The reproductive points tend to be involved with crown of the head headaches. What about back here? You know, those ones you get the little dimples back on the crown. You get into B vitamins. Ironic, they call it the eyes of the skull. A B12 deficiency in your digestive system tends to create muscle contraction, which is what causes the pain in most headaches, right there in the eyes. Improve digestion, help get a little foods in there that are high in B vitamins, especially red meats and things. Make sure they get absorbed and those headaches go away. What about the guys that crawl underneath the back of the neck here and go up under the skull? Those are your typical tension headaches, right? You feel your shoulders drawn up towards your ears. You're all stressed out. Okay, that's where adjusting comes in. It's very, very beneficial for those type of headaches. So there's lots of different headaches out there. The key to it, guys, is knowing where they start. And if you know where that headache starts, then you can fix it. I'm Dr. Sean. I hope that helps a bunch of you.